In the last video, which I filmed yesterday, I showed you how to collect and organise primary data. We'll take a look at that data in a future video. In this video, we're going to learn how to source and organise secondary data that will also help me answer my investigation question. I'm going to start by doing a quick Google. I'm going to type in air temperature observations New South Wales. Now I'm using the word observations, which is a specific term for weather data. I'm also using New South Wales because even though I'm located in Sydney, I want to show you how we can access this type of data no matter where you are in the state. Okay, look at this latest weather observations for New South Wales. It's the Bureau of Meteorology website, which is a reliable government source. I know that they use high quality instruments and have a clear website full of data. Plus, it's free for public use. Now, this looks like the latest weather data for different cities in New South Wales. So I'm going to scroll down until I find my nearest weather station location, Sydney Observatory Hill. Hopefully, clicking on this link will give me more detailed data. Bingo. This page has air temperature readings every half hour over a 24-hour period. That's even more detailed than the data that I collected. Okay, so I'm pretty confident that I could use this particular data set for the purpose of my investigation. Let's have a closer look at this data. I can see that there are some issues. Firstly, there's more data than I need. Secondly, the date and time are combined in that first column. And thirdly, the table updates live from the top, meaning that the data is arranged in the reverse order of my primary data. Now, I think I can actually deal with these issues if I work effectively with good old Google Sheets. Okay, let's make a secondary data spreadsheet on Google Sheets then. Remember last time I did this on my phone, but this time we're going to use a computer. An iPad works fine too. We're going to go to Google Sheets and sign in using my school account. Click plus for a new spreadsheet. And now I'm going to name my new spreadsheet. Air temperature, the date, and secondary data collection. I'm going to set up my new data table by adding the correct headings. Time of day in the first column and air temperature in the second column. Now I'm also going to include degrees Celsius in the heading so that I know that the numbers below it are in that unit of measurement. Now I'm going to go back to the Bureau of Meteorology site and select the data that I need from this secondary resource. All right, back to Google Sheets. I'll click up here in the top left cell, find the edit drop down in my toolbar, and then paste. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to delete the columns which don't contain the data that I want. I'll select these columns. Now notice how I'm clicking these column letters to select the whole column. Go to edit and then delete columns C to M. All right, now we have sourced some secondary data. Now I'm going to fix the time of day column so that it excludes the date. Now, whilst Google Sheets is a very smart little chap, it's currently reading this data as a text format. Now, they say the key to a good working relationship is communication. So I need to reformat this into a language that Google Sheets will understand as time. So first, I have to make a new column to the side. Select the first column, go to Insert, and then Column Right. I'm going to give this column the same heading. Then what I'm going to do is write the first 2 times listed in my original data, but without the date in front. Now you can see that Google Sheets has instantly formatted this as time. If in doubt about the format of your data, you can always select the data, head to Format, Number, and select Time. Now it's going to take me a while to type all of these times in manually, but luckily, as I mentioned before, Google Sheets is a very smart little chap. So instead, I'm going to use the fill down function. I'll select my data, click on this small square, which is called the fill handle, and drag it down to the last row of my data. Now, as you can see, Google Sheets has picked up on a pattern that these times are going backwards by half-hour intervals. All right, now I can delete my original column. All right, looking good. Finally, it's time to deal with problem number 3 and rearrange these times so that they read from morning to evening instead of the other way around. I'm going to use the sort function to solve this problem and rearrange my data. But here's the tricky part. I need to make sure that when I rearrange the times, that the temperature readings rearrange too. So to do this, I have to select all of the data, head to Data, Sort Range, tell Google Sheets that the data has a header row by checking this box, sort by the time of day column, and in ascending order from A to Z. And there you have it, folks, a reliable, well-organized secondary data set ready to go in my spreadsheet. It was a pleasure working with you, Google Sheets. And you too. All the links and steps used in this video are included in a document below if you need a little bit more help. In the next video, we're going to learn how to graph this secondary data so that we can analyze the trends and finally draw some conclusions. Stay tuned.